I've been fortunate over the years to have a couple of opportunities to train with one of the best and most famous grapplers in the world, Judo Gene Lebell. If you're not familiar with him, go check him out anywhere on YouTube. If you've seen a movie in your life, you've probably seen Judo Gene Lebell in it getting beat up or thrown or driving on a motorcycle or getting thrown out of a car. Right? He's a prolific stuntman, judo practitioner, grappler, the first mixed martial artist before there was mixed martial arts out there, and he is a wealth of knowledge in wrestling and grappling, more than anybody I've ever had the chance to meet. Today, we're going to talk about one of the technique I learned from him, one of his favorite ways to control and move somebody from the situation you're in. He likes to call it the party flex. So today, let's learn more about Judo Gene's party flex. In Jiu-Jitsu, there's a series of techniques we call come-alongs or controls that give the ability to take somebody and move them from point A to point B using pain compliance. Very popular in law enforcement, with bouncers, things like that. Common ones you'll see are hammer locks, wrist locks, right? That I can create some pain and walk somebody. I showed you on a separate video, you've seen our armbar series, we do the elbow choke. And this one, not the easiest one to make somebody walk with, but you can. We're going to talk about one today I learned, one of the best ones I learned today from Gene Lebell. If you're not familiar with Gene Lebell, he's a famous martial artist, one of the first early judo champion, professional wrestler, famous stuntman. If you don't know Gene Lebell by name, go check him out. If you do, if you don't, you've seen him. He's a famous stuntman, been in almost every martial arts movie that exists. Trained with, was in Bruce Lee movies and in Rush Hour and everything in between. But he's a famous grappler, judo man. He has a lot of interesting techniques that have a little twist on the traditional ones that add a lot of power. And we're going to do one today that he likes to call the party flex. So the party flex is designed when somebody's unruly in a party and you got to take them out. That's the idea. So it's a little hard to get into, but let me show you, and then we'll show you some easier ways to get it. So if I grab my opponent's wrist, I'm going to reach my hand under, and I'm going to take same side. If it's his right arm, my left, I'm going to reach around his thumb and grab his thumb and pull it into the palm of my hand. Then as I pull his hand in, I grab his elbow and I stand him around and pull him under. What you'll see here, what happens is I get his elbow locked under mine and this lock here. What it lets me to do with one hand, get a lot of control and put him in a lot of pain, so I can walk him wherever I want to go. And he's willing to go wherever I want because he's in a lot of pain. Okay? One more time. When his hand's here, I'm going to reach under. I'm going to grab his hand and cross grab so I can reach under and get my thumb around his. I just basically want to grab his thumb with my fingers in his palm and then pull him on through. Drop his elbow right between us and I get that pain. All right? One more time. Here. Pull through. Now as you can see, with a little practice you can get used to it. So these guys' hands up, I can knock his hand down and get to it pretty easy. But in the beginning it's a little hard to get that grip and get that thing set up. So let me show you a couple other ways you can get to that position from other positions and other locks. So a lot of times in this situation, the guy's going to be pushing you or grabbing you. So if he pushes and grabs onto me, I can just grab his hand and turn it over there. Gives me easy access to his thumb. I can pull him right through and lock him up. And then he'll come walk with me wherever I want to go. So I come around, there we go. Right? You can see a lot of pain. If he throws a punch at me, straight punch is nice and easy. I hit him, lock his hand up. I can just push that hand towards his face, takes his balance off, grab his thumb, roll it right through. Here. If I want to here, I can also roll his head through and lock him up from here as well. It's a common way to put his head right between your knees here. And I have his elbow locked up. Lock him there. Right? And painful. You're ready? Okay. So take a second. We borrow you, Anthony. So when Anthony comes over, now Anthony is challenging in some of these situations because he's got flexible wrists. So the good part about this lock is even when the guy has flexible wrists, on a regular lock, sometimes I get this one here, which is a powerful lock, but you can see Anthony's wrist almost touches, and he's not feeling any pain yet. So what do I do here? I'm squeezing the guy, he's just looking at me like he doesn't care. Right? So, hey, I have to have something a little extra. That's what the party flex gives me when I need a little bit of extra. So when he comes up and pushes me away and wants to get himself out, I'm going to stun him, I'm going to get that hand up, grab that thumb, and now when I lock him up here, you see there's going to be a lot of extra. And you'll notice he's reacting now where I couldn't get him to before, but I can put a lot more pain on now than I could without it. Right? So this party flex is a very useful technique. If you're a bouncer, if you're in security, if you're in law enforcement, it's useful. Or if you just want to be able to move somebody out and cause a lot of pain to them very quickly and easy, think about the party flex. One more time, slow-mo. Reach your hand under. You want his palm down, your palm up. I'm going to grab his thumb. My fingers into his palm, roll it through, and put his elbow inside of mine. There we go, the party flex. If I want to add something to it, I can just push his head away a little bit too. And that causes a little extra pain there too. So the party flex is a nice tool to have in your arsenal if you want to control somebody and be able to use pain to move them along. One of the other notes about this one that's very good is it causes an extreme amount of pain. But unless you push really hard or go really fast, there'll be no injury. So once you let go, the person's perfectly fine. Just be sore for a couple days. Other than that, they'll be fine. So when you're looking at situations where you have to control people and you don't want to injure them, it's a very good technique to have. So check out the party flex, and thanks again for your time. Check out our other videos to learn practical and effective techniques for real self-defense. Have a great day.